I've been hearing a lot that this is an IPO that's going to be pivoting to the East and pivoting to Asia, and it could very well be the Chinese who buy the lion's share of the issue. Does that make strategic sense to you?
Well, I think the strategic sense for us is the Aramco IPO in and of itself, and selling up and divesting 5 to 10% of the largest oil producer in the world makes a lot of strategic sense in line of this 2030 vision, which hopefully entail a strong diversification and using of these funds to basically reinvest in the global economy and the local economy. And I think this is what makes sense. Now, whether it's sold to China, whether it's sold in the developed world of the United States or Europe, that's probably a strategic and tactical and maybe political question. I think what matters really is how you're going to use the proceeds of this IPO, and will you be able to build the second or the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world against the shares of this IPO and the proceeds of it.
Now, Fadi, you're in Riyadh most of the time. You have your ear to the ground. You hear from all of the players involved, whether they be government, whether they be private sector. Is this Aramco IPO really happening?
Well, there's a lot of talks and chatters, and if you think, I mean, the government was quite keen initially on mentioning 2018 as a target, and it seems that with the oil rally that happened, I mean, I was just looking at oil data, and we're as high as 2014, at the beginning of 2014. So I think if you're selling a commodity, it would make a lot of sense, a company which underlying commodity is oil, would make a lot of sense to wait for that rally, and if you believe that rally is expected to continue for the, I would say, midterm, I think you may as well wait. So I think whether it's end of 18 or early 19 or mid 19, I think it's probably a blessing for Saudi Arabia to be at this stage, at this level, with, I would say, a lot of oil pundits and experts expecting oil to basically touch the 80 soon. And I think in that perspective, it is quite important to keep in mind that you want to maximize and monetize Saudi Aramco because it's a one shot. And timing is of the essence.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.